A man was cleaning up when he stumbled upon a shocking scene. The boss's wife and David, a wealthy playboy from the capital, were having an affair right there in the store. The man was utterly stunned by what he saw, but before he could even process it, he was fired on the spot for seeing something he shouldn't have. The man's name was Jack. He had just returned to a shared apartment when he pushed open the bathroom door, only to find a woman taking a shower. The woman screamed in terror. Before Jack could react, she grabbed an object and hurled it at him. After a painful struggle, Jack's left eye suddenly emitted a strange blue light. At that moment, the landlady rushed in, explaining that it was all a misunderstanding. The woman turned out to be Mary, the landlady's best friend. She had been allowed to stay in the shared apartment to help her escape an arranged marriage. But as the landlady was about to leave, another flash of blue light appeared. Jack suddenly realized he had gained the ability to see through objects. He was thrilled by this discovery. Just then, Jack noticed a strange item in his luggage. It turned out to be a seal worth $1.5 million. In an instant, he had gone from being a broke, unemployed guy to having a fortune in his hands. Jack couldn't wait to head to the Antique Market's treasure pavilion to sell the seal. At the treasure pavilion, the owner was just telling someone that there hadn't been any good items recently when Jack suddenly showed up, asking the owner to appraise the seal's value. As fate would have it, David, the wealthy playboy, appeared at that very moment. David saw Jack and immediately started mocking him, believing that an unemployed person like him couldn't possibly have anything of value. But when the owner authenticated the seal and confirmed it was genuine, David tried to use his influence to force Jack to sell it to him. Of course, Jack refused, especially since David had cost him his job before. David wouldn't give up and even accused Jack of stealing the seal. At the critical moment, Jack offered to sign an agreement stating that if the seal's origin was illegal, he would compensate 3 times its value. After weighing the options, the owner decided to trust Jack and bought the seal for $1.6 million. Just then, David's fiancée Mary appeared. Seeing Mary with Jack, David became insanely jealous and even wanted to lay hands on her. Jack stepped forward, threatening to expose David's infidelity, making him back off. At this point, Mary's brother-in-law also showed up. He was very impressed by Jack's actions and even said that if Mary wanted to be with Jack, he could go to the G family to propose on their behalf. Jack took the opportunity to admit that he was Mary's boyfriend and that they were already living together. David was furious and humiliated. He pointed out that Mary was still wearing the jade bracelet he had given her, claiming that she still had feelings for him. However, Jack could tell at a glance that the bracelet was a cheap street market trinket worth $500 at most. Yet David had told Mary it was a treasure worth $100 million. Wasn't that just blatant extortion? In a fit of anger, Mary smashed the bracelet. David swore he would get back at her and then slunk away. Just when they thought the ordeal was over, Mary's parents suddenly showed up at their door. Seeing their daughter with Jack, they flew into a rage.